Welcome back to Overline Podcast. I am Fry's Face, also known as the Mute Man, here with my co-host.
Scooble's balls.
That's it. We're watching the Tigers and Guardians game, so you might hear live updates or bear cheering as things happen. So just tune in. Um, Thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time and Mind Quarantine. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on X and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Shit. Mention Overline Podcast. And Brandon, we go over that deal. He just hooked me up with a good deal on hats for old Great Key. Finally paid him because I forgot and haven't seen him. So, but we worked out a great deal. He was very fair about it, and it was awesome. I got to order more. I think I still have a whole sleeve of them, but I've gone through like three now. So there's two that are dirty, and I wear this one around and I wear the other two at shows. So I need to just, clean them, and then maybe I can use them all again instead of cycling through hats. But I bought them, so who fucking cares?
Yeah.
I
They're
don't.
your,
I
they're your
surely don't.
hats. You want them now.
Goddamn right. So thank you, Brandon. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
Tarek Scooble's current mind, which he just had a balk. So Sean, definitely don't go in there.
That's nice. He had a balk. Is this what we're about to see right now?
Yep.
Yep. Balk. Definitely a balk. Yeah, he's in his own head. He's all fucked up now. I can't wait till he joins the Yankees here. What, next year?
All right. Get the run home, baby.
So is he going to be a Yankee? Is it next year he can be a Yankee?
Yes, he will be a Yankee or Met next year for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about the Mets. They're fucking falling apart too.
Well,
Um,
I mean, they have money.
yeah,
No
you're not
reason.
wrong there.
I don't.
But
I
they
mean, well, now with Clayton Kershaw retiring, he might be a Dodger.
that's they got money, all that deferred money. So very, 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 very plausible. I wonder who has the tiebreaker. We'll get into that because right now the Red Legs are in the playoffs.
I don't think I
They're
sent. I don't think I sent my bet to you. I bet Cleveland and Cincinnati as the pennant winners. Literally, what was it last week? Once they started getting hot, and I'm like, get two hot teams in. I literally put like a $1.50 on it to pay out 1,600. And all they got to do is make. All they have to do is play each other in World Series. That's it. I just needed them both to win the pennant, and I'm like, they're both hot. I mean, baseball's all about runs. How many times do you see the top teams have that bye and then just get destroyed because these other teams are just hot and keep going?
Yep,
So I was like,
not a
yeah,
bad thing.
screw it. I'll throw a $1.50. I'll find a $1.50 again in my life. Just a fun bet.
Yeah, and oh, I see another trade just happened. Cam Scatabo for Kareem Hunt.
Must be picks in there.
No, this league doesn't have that. That's a really
In what league?
my other league, not
Oh,
the not our league.
okay.
I'm gonna just propose random trades now, but I do need to change my change my people because I still have JJ McCarthy in.
Yeah, probably should. Probably should.
Yeah. So anyway, um, thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch, Paper Denim Art, and last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get over to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation when you mention Over the Line Podcast. And in the meantime, get to amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks, but you don't.
All right, so we had a busy week last week. Bear and I decided, fuck it, we're doing one episode because he waited for me on a phone call, and then we bullshitted about stupid wrestling
Yeah.
auction items that Gray likes to buy, and
Yeah, this
because why not?
yeah, this episode might take a minute, so hold in there. But really quick, we'll start since we were already talking about baseball, since we're watching baseball. We'll start there. Last week the regular season is this week. Right now your playoff teams for sure are the Toronto Blue Jays. The Philadelphia Phillies, Milwaukee Brewers, Chicago Cubs, Los Angeles Dodgers, and San Diego Dads are all already locked into the playoffs. Doesn't mean they're locked in for division, anything like that, but they have a playoff spot. I think the only team locked in who won the division is Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee did win the Central, so they are locked as the Central. I'm sorry, and the Phillies. I lied. The Phillies also locked.
Did we anticipate the Phillies to be good this year?
I think we kind of had them like behind the Mets. I think we
Okay.
all kind of were on the Mets. But I think we had the Phillies there, right? They got a good squad. Their pitching showed up this year for sure. It normally hasn't. I'm going back to where's our MLB? I had Dodgers over Orioles with my surprise team as the Reds. So the Orioles stink, but Dodgers are there. You had the Dodgers over the Tigers with the Rangers as your surprise team. And Jeremy had the Mets over the Rangers. He might have both teams miss the playoffs with the Reds as his surprise team. So that's what we had for our MLB. So yeah, in the NL, there is two more spots up for grabs. And right now, the Reds and the Mets have those two spots, right? Because there's four wild card spots, three division winners. Um,
Or are there four spots?
I think it's four spots. Is it three spots or do they have a bye? I can't remember. I always forget how the stupid ass playoffs go for
Maybe it
baseball.
is.
They always change it. I think
I don't know.
I thought the top seed gets a bye and everyone plays, then the other six play divisional. Um, I could be wrong, but I thought that's what it is.
Huh. I don't know. I thought it must be the top four because, well, they both have the same record, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I thought that's what it was. Let's see what the playoff tracker says.
You would think we'd know this. We're a sports podcast. Well, no, we're a everything podcast.
Um, yeah, no, it is six teams. Six teams. So it's 3-3, three division winners, three wild cards. So it is not four. And baseball changes their shit all the time. I mean, you remember when they had the one play-in game? Like that was dumb as fuck. Hated that. So yeah, three wild card, three division. So there's only one more spot in the NL. Right now the Reds and the Mets are tied. The Reds probably have the tiebreaker because they're showing is over the Mets. The Diamondbacks are one back. The Cardinals and Giants are both 3.5 back, and the Marlins are four back with six to go. Going to be tough for them to make the playoffs, but man, they've won six in a row. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They're getting hot. They got a young team. They'll be surprised next year for sure. I could see them making the playoffs. And then in the East, Toronto, they have a playoff spot, but there's only two up of the Yankees, so they still could lose the division. That division's up for grabs. Five back of the Red Sox. Sox most likely aren't winning the division. Up for the playoffs. In the
Uh,
Central,
all I hope is if Cleveland makes it, that they stay at six and the Red Sox are five, so the Yankees play the. Well, actually, I don't know. Either way, the Yankees are fucked because the Red Sox own them this year, and yeah, well, I don't know. I guess we could see. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's so much shit going on right now in baseball.
well, the Yankees need to get their bullpen in line because that is going to be their downfall in the playoffs, unfortunately.
Well,
Um,
100%.
they spent all that money at the trade deadline and they are ass. Um,
Very much ass.
yeah, so some spots there still. The Tigers are one up on Cleveland. Again, they're playing right now. They got a three-game series here, so this is big. Detroit could win the division by Thursday, or they could be down by two, and Cleveland could be in the driver's seat here. And right now, Cleveland's up 3-2 in the top of the seventh. The Royals are out of it, but they're seven back. They have to win out, and pretty much everybody has to lose out, so they're pretty much out of it. Um, and then the Mariners just swept the Astros. They're up three. They are a couple wins away from winning that division. No matter what Houston does, they have the control there. And the Rangers are eight back again, have to win out with a lot of help, pretty much out of it. So it's going to come down to pretty much the Red Sox, Guardians, and Astros for two out of the three final spots there. Yankees They pretty much just need to win 2 games and they're in for sure. Well, they are in if they win 2 games. They can't be caught at that point. So they'll be in the playoffs unless they have an epic collapse. And then yeah, Reds, Mets, D-backs probably. I can't see the Cardinals, Giants, and Marlins getting in. It's just a little too far back. But anything can happen. Crazier shits happen. I'm rooting for the Reds. I have a ticket in for it, so let's go Reds. Come on, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
what do we got? The Reds, Mets, and who are the two that are within a game, or the three? I
Well,
mean,
only the Diamondbacks are one back, so they're there. The Cardinals and
and the Mets and
Giants,
Reds are tied.
yeah, the Cardinals and Giants are 3.5 back, so pretty much out of it.
So the D-backs play the Dodgers tonight at home, and right now the Mets are losing 5-1 in the third,
Oof.
and the Reds are losing 4-2 in the sixth.
Not great for either team. And the Reds are playing the Pirates, the easier of the two. The Mets are playing the Cubs. So not easy there. Boston and Toronto are tied at 1. So tough one for you to root for, right? You probably are. Do
You
you
want
root for the
Boston
best
to
team?
win. I'd rather us get the bye. We need it. We got to heal up.
Yeah, get that, get the division run there. Because it is, I'm trying to look and see here. So yeah, the 5-3, I'm sorry, 3-6 and 5-4 are who will play in the wild card, and then the division round goes to the 1 and 2 seeds. That's how that'll work.
Yeah.
So the 1 and 2 seeds get buys, and they'll go in there. But yeah,
And to your point, like you just said, if the playoffs were to start today, the one is Toronto and the two is Seattle, even though the Yankees have the second best record. It just, that's just how it works, just like the NFL.
yep.
And right now, if the playoffs started today, it would be Blue Jays and Mariners on a bye. The
hmm
Tigers would play the Red Sox, or no, the Tigers would play
Guardians.
the Guardians,
Yep.
and the Yankees would play the Red Sox.
Which is exactly what baseball would want. You want two
A
rivals, two
hundred
division
percent.
rivals. If baseball could stop today and say no one else in, fuck the Astros, don't care, they would 100% want that because there is nothing better in the AL than having the two top division rivals playing each other in the wild card. I mean, it would get huge ratings. When you're doing Guardians Tigers at 4 p.m. and then you got the Sox and Yankees at 7:30, people would be watching
Be
baseball
insane.
for six straight hours. 6 straight
Yeah,
hours
even
watching
though
that.
I hate watching it, I'd watch it all day.
Oh
Um,
yeah, absolutely.
and then out in the other side, the NL, you would have the Brewers at the one, the Phillies at the two, which is nice for both of them. And then you would have the Dodgers playing the Dads. No, the
No,
Dodgers would play
Reds.
the Reds,
Yep. And the Padres
and
and
then the Cubs would play the Dads.
yeah, which would be it would, unfortunately, I think the Dodgers would easily take care of the Reds, but they are hot right now.
Yeah,
And
you never know, man.
yeah, Padres and Cubs would be a great series. Great series.
Yes, it would. So we've got all that going. Baseball is, it's about time for us to do our season preview of baseball, but you got to wait another week.
Yep, 1 more week and we'll give you that season preview of baseball. So, yeah, so good for baseball. I figure we start there. Now we can head right on over to NASCAR. Mobile 1301 at New Hampshire this last week. Ryan Blaney wins. He's in. So Blaney is to the next round of the playoffs. Love to see it. For us, we all had Christopher Bell with a 6. Did Parrott make a pick?
Oh shit. Yes, he did. Hold on. I got to make sure it's because I told him he was good. Fuck. Scroll back. Wrong text.
Parate.
You piece of shit. Ryan Blaney. What a
Um,
bastard, dude.
hey, when you're hot, you're hot. That's how that works. So Perry gets another one.
So
Um,
we've had somebody pick four winners in a row.
yeah, if you guys have listened to us, well, I shouldn't say that because Parrot, his picks don't get in on time, so you're not going to be able to get his. But
He sends them to me. I just don't put them in because I'm an asshole.
yeah, we've had a winner every week of the playoffs so far. So you'd be up a couple dollars if you were betting, but I mean I can't even get Parrot's picks in, so I wouldn't do it. But kind of knew Blaney was Blaney. Actually, I did have a bet on Blaney. I had a bet on Blaney and Barry this week, so I was good.
Yeah,
Um,
I was liking that my father-in-law's like, hey, Connie got 195 points this week. So I pulled up. I'm like, well, my guy's finishing the top four.
mhm.
So maybe I got the same or more because she finished like first, third, fourth, and sixth. And I look, I'm like 202. Nice. And then you're like, that's money. I'm like, wait, it is? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty
like,
sure it's your entry fee, so you should have a free one for next year.
fuck yeah. Because I'm still in the wall.
Yeah, I'm still up there in first trying to keep it together, but Eli on my tail is just he's blown through every good driver. I think he's out of Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, Blaney,
Yeah,
um,
the second year in a row I fucked up and
Logano, Byron.
still have so many I could use so many times. I'm like, God, you moron, you fucked it did this last year.
Yeah, it's tough keeping track, especially when you're on the road all the time. You're pretty much just throwing darts at a wall. Don't have time to look like I do every morning when I'm drinking my coffee, looking at my NASCAR stuff. So Blaney gets a dub. On to next week. Your updated playoff standings. Blaney's through. Byron's in second. Larson's in third. Bell's in fourth. Hamlin's in fifth. Logano sixth. Elliott seventh. Briscoe eighth. Below the cut line, we have Chastain 12 points back. Cindric 19 points back. Reddick 23 points back. And Bubba Wallace 27 points back. Going to Kansas this week, the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas, a track Bubba has won at. So, possible he could bump Briscoe down there if Bubba has a good week. But this week, and I should give updated standings. Updated standings, we got Parrott at 15.3, Jeremy 17.6, myself at 18.2, and Gray at 18.4. Do we have Jeremy's pick in for this?
Wallace.
Jeremy's going Bubba. Bubba Wallace. All right, Bubba for him. I'm going with a guy who I was surprised at these stats. Someone is not in the playoffs anymore, but Alex Bowman has finished in the top 10 here the last four races. Um, Very surprising. He raced well last week, had a really good finish at New Hampshire. He had a good finish at Bristol. Almost won the race to get himself into the next round. So I'm going to go with Bowman here. Just he's been a hot driver. He has good finishes at Kansas. Well, let's see what we can do and try to save a couple down the line. And hopefully Parrott runs out of these winners and starts having a couple guys that fucking wreck. That'd be nice.
Right. Because I can use Denny, Che. I don't even know who my champion was. Oh, Kyle. I already used him. Um,
That's
so I
who I
got
was going to use, but I already used him too.
Denny. So I still got Denny to use and Chase and not many others. Chase Briscoe I could use. Denny. God damn.
God
Blew
damn it.
through a lot of guys. All right, so I'm going to take a guy who's only finished in the top 10 once, and he won the race, but he has an average finish of 12.8. So give me the watermelon man.
I like it. He's like I said, right below the cut line, so he needs his way in here. In the ninth spot, a win does it. A really good finish, probably could get him up there as well. So, Chastain has that clutch gene in it. Let's see if he can do it this week at Kansas. And we'll get Parrott's pick next Tuesday. Um,
Yeah.
On to golf really fast. It's Ryder Cup week. Um, your team, we got Keegan as the captain, Furyk, Snedeker, Gary Woodland, Webb Simpson, Kevin Kisner's, all of the vice captains here. Our USA team, we got Scotty, JJ Sponzander, Russell Henley, Harris English, Bryson DeChambeau, Justin Thomas, Colin Morikawa, Ben Griffin, Cam Young, Patrick Cantlay, and Sam Burns for a pretty solid squad at Beth Page Black in New York. Crowd's going to be raucous. Should be pretty fun. For Team Europe, Captain Luke Donald, Vice Captains Thomas Bjorn, Jose Maria Olazabal, Eduardo Molinari, Francesco Molinari, and Alex Noren. Their players started by Rory, who's already been talking shit about Bryson this week. We all know how that ends for people. Bobby McIntyre, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, Rashmish Hojgaard, Terrell Hatton, Shane Lowry, John Rahm, Sepp Straka, Victor Hovland, Ludwig Aberg, Matt Fitzpatrick.
God damn. What a
Very,
couple of
very good.
teams.
Yeah, very good
Jesus.
European squad as well. But without the Ian Poulter in there, without like that guy, I think Justin Rose is probably going to be that guy. But no Tom Kim, no Ian Poulter. Like these guys are just absolute amp up guys. I don't see an amp up guy. Like Fitzpatrick, even keel. Ludwig, even keel. Hovland, even keel. Straka, even keel. Rom can get a little bit fiery. Lowry gets fiery the wrong way, but he'll be paired with Rory. Hatton gets very fiery. He could definitely be that guy this year. Rasmus Hojgaard, didn't even, he must have had a great year. I didn't even realize that he was on the team. Justin Rose, he's the old man. He's the veteran. He's going to be there. Tommy got hot. Bobby Mack, and you got Rory, who he's Rory. We'll see. We'll see what Rory shows up. But if Rory gets in his head and those guys get in his head, it's going to be a long week for Team Europe. Long week.
Yep.
And since 2010, Europe, Hedges is too slow to score. Europe won in 2010, 2012, 2014. Team USA finally broke through in 2016, got the win at Hazeltine up here in Minnesota near me. Team Europe won in 18 in France. Team USA dominated in 21 after the COVID year. Go to Whistling Straits there in Wisconsin here. Europe won in Italy in 2023. So it's been back and forth the last 4 times they've played for the Ryder Cup. So we will see. Team USA can pull it off on on USA soil at Bethpage. So we're gonna find out about that one. I hope they do. I think they will. I think Team USA will win by probably 3 or 4. Teams just, I mean, Scotty's been so good. It's obviously going to come down to singles, but they need like would say like a 3-stroke lead, or a 3-point lead going into singles on Sunday for me to feel confident. But it should be fun. It's going to be a blast. It's just the Ryder Cup. If you can watch it, I mean, I'm going to split probably watching the Ryder Cup and football, which normally it's football on Sunday, but it'll be Ryder Cup with the sound on and then some football on Sunday. So yeah, very excited for it. It'll be fun. Go America. We want them to win.
America.
America. America.
So one thing I want to say is I can't figure out. So I have this has nothing to do with any of this, but we're watching TV, so it kind of does. I have uh Hulu Live and Premium, Disney Live Premium, and
Mhm.
ESPN all bundled. But it's ESPN Select. I want the other ESPN, and I can't change it.
The unlimited.
Yeah,
You should be able to. I just switched over to that a couple weeks ago.
but
Right
I
before
can't in
Christmas.
my bundle for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah, you should be able to. That's weird. Strange that it wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah, it's got like Disney, Hulu, ESPN Select. I'm like, no, I want ESPN Unlimited.
hmm It's great, by the way. I love it. Don't need a cable provider. Can watch every single college football game that's on any ESPN platform, ABC, all that. It's awesome.
Or just go to the ESPN app at that point, right?
I mean, yeah, that's what I do. Like for football, so I can do that because they do the multi-view, so you can get the 4 in there. But I mean, for $30 a month, obviously, I mostly did it for the PLEs. That's really why I did it. But then with football,
How
that's
was how was WWE? Well, we'll get into that. Save that.
yeah, yep. We can get that after we do football and all this. Um, but yeah, let's go into college from last week. We had Ohio State, Penn State on a bye. Southeast Louisiana just barely squeaked out a cover against LSU. Miami beat Florida. Georgia was on a bye. Oregon, of course, won by, 34 against Oregon State. FSU destroyed Kent State. Texas killed Sam Houston. Illinois got pounded by Indiana. Pounded. Get through. Score 2, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Fuck them Motor City Kitties. Sorry everyone. Cleveland just won up 5-2. Very excited because Detroit is having one of the biggest collapses ever. It will be the biggest collapse ever in MLB history if Cleveland can pull this off. which will be
Fucking A, dude.
absolutely insane. Um, anyways, sorry. Illinois got pounded by Indiana, 63 to 10.
Didn't see that coming.
Did not see that coming. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Um, Texas A&M was on a bye. Toledo lost to Western Michigan. Lost to them. West
Makes
14.
zero fucking sense.
This is Toledo. They do this every fucking year. They have such a good team. They do this shit and they lose at Western Michigan for no reason. Zero reason. Just embarrassing. Just so embarrassing. BG loses, but covers to Louisville. Michigan beats Nebraska by 3, so they covered. Parrott, the only one that picked that. And Michigan State covered against USC, actually in a decent game from the highlights that I saw.
Yeah,
Um,
they
Points.
they were down by a bit and then they came back. It was a fucking back and forth game, which was stupid. They were getting their asses handed to them, but just dumb.
Um, and for us, me and you went 5-5. Jeremy went 3-7. Parrott went 6-4. Updated standings for NCAA. Myself at 28 and 19, Gray at 26 and 21, Jeremy 23 and 34, and Parrott 31 and 16. Having a good year so far in NCAA. Going to this week, had to change it up a little. Got a whole bunch of people on buys. Um, Michigan State, both on a bye, so had to switch them off the schedule. So we didn't pick 3 games this week. So we'll start here. Buckeyes back. They were on a bye last week. They're at Washington, 9.5-point favorite. And I've seen a lot of people on Washington. I'm going with Ohio State here. There's so much Washington love. They've played nobody. They just killed Washington State. Blah blah blah. They played no one before that. They have put up a lot of points, but Ohio State traveling out west, I'm not too concerned about it. I just think that defense it's gonna be something that Washington hasn't seen yet. Going to put a lot of pressure on them. And I see Ohio State winning probably by like 14 in this game. Give me the Buckeyes.
Give me the Buckeyes as well.
Does Jeremy have his picks?
Ohio State.
Ohio State for Jeremy. All right. Number 2, Miami. Yes, you heard that right. Number 2, Miami jumped Penn State. They're on a bye this week, so nothing. But that is news because they jumped Penn State. So we go to number 3, Penn State, a 3.5-point favorite at home versus number 6, Oregon in the game of the week. Who does old Jeremy have?
He has Oregon. Oregon.
Origin. At Origin. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
And you, sir?
Same. Fuck Penn State.
Yeah, man. I mean, you want to talk about a team that's played absolutely nobody and hasn't covered one thing yet this year. That's Penn State. Don't care about the whiteout. Don't care about any of that shit. Go look at Drew Aller's stats as quarterback against these no-name teams, whose QBR is like 60. It is terrible. He should have a QBR of 100 against the teams he's playing. Oregon has played competition. They've played well. Man, I just I'd be shocked if Penn State wins this game. Don't care it's at home. I don't understand the 3.5 with the hook. I think a lot of people are going to be on Oregon. This line's going to drop. I think a lot of sharp money is going to come in on them. I wouldn't be surprised. So get your bets in on them soon. Unfortunately, I can't yet because Wisconsin doesn't allow sports gambling like a bunch of dicks. So I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Number 4, LSU is a plus 1.5-point dog at number 13, Ole Miss. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin are always good for one upset at home against a team like this every single freaking year. I don't think that happens this year. Give me LSU straight up. Something about that team. Their defense is stout. You know what you need to do? Take the under in this game. 55 and a half is the number. LSU's defense has been fantastic. Their offense hasn't been that great. Ole Miss has put up some points, but not as much as they have in the past with Dart. It's going to be I wouldn't say rivalry, but it's just going to be one of those grinded out SEC games. Under 55 and a half, I think, is an absolute freaking lock here. So my best bet on that, under 55 and a half. But I'm taking LSU outright as well.
Yeah. Same.
And Mr. Jeremy,
Same.
bless you. All right, and the third best game of the week here, we have number 5 Georgia, a 2.5 point favorite at home versus number 17 Alabama. Who does Mr. Jeremy have?
Out of master.
Oh, he's going Bama. Okay. Gray.
What's that coming down the track? I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Mean Machine in the red and black.
It's a
Yeah,
mean machine in the red and black.
yeah, I mean, first week Bama, I don't think they just haven't played anyone. We see Wisconsin isn't that good. They just lost to Maryland. So that win
Terrible.
is looking less impressive, and then they beat up on another no-name team. So yeah, Georgia has played competition this year and beaten them. So I'm going to go with Georgia. You know, coming off of a bye here, Kirby's going to have the boys ready, and they're going to beat up on Mr. DeBoer's Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 6, Oregon. They're playing Penn State. We already went over that. Number 7, Oklahoma is on a bye, but I just saw today John Mateer has a busted up thumb that may need surgery, and he's going to be out for a few weeks. Not good because he's been running Oklahoma. I mean, I think he's the Heisman favorite right now. So tough look, man. It stinks for Oklahoma. They have a really good squad. They just had a huge win against Auburn. Great win at home. I mean, they're beating some tough teams. Hopefully, Mateer ain't out too long, but man, that stinks. I feel bad for them because Oklahoma had a team to fuck with this year, but without Mateer, not going to be good for them.
Excuse me.
Number 8, Florida State is a 7.5 point favorite at Virginia on Friday night. I'm going with Florida State here. I think this team is legit. They've been absolutely smoking the bad teams, and obviously had a big win against Bama the first week. So I'm gonna say, even it is at Virginia, tough place to play. Virginia is a tough team. I think Florida State probably get a backdoor cover out of this somehow, but 7.5 with the hook, I hate. I just think this team's good enough to beat up on Virginia. You, sir.
Well, I will tell you, Jeremy, it's taking Virginia.
Okay.
I am not.
Florida State for Gray. We have number 9, Texas A&M, a 6.5 point favorite at home versus Auburn. Who does Mr. Jeremy have?
A&M.
A&M for Jeremy. You, sir.
Ham for me as well.
I'm also going A&M. They look very talented, very, very good. And Auburn coming off that tough loss at Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I think, sacked homeboy from Auburn 10 times, something like that. Um, So yeah, I think they're just going to be beat up. Not going to be good. A&M blows them out. Number 10, Texas. Yes, number 10, Texas. They are dropping in the rankings, is on a bye this week. A much needed bye, I think, for Texas. So we will go down to Toodly Doodly Toledo, the Rockets, 21.5 point favorite at home against Akron. In the game, they should blow out Akron. Um, it just This is technically like their second rival behind BG. I just was not impressed with them last week. The offense just is out of sorts. I know they're coming back home, but I got to go with Akron here. 21.5 is a lot. I think Toledo wins, but it's going to be closer than what people think. Not impressed with Toledo's offense.
Akron as well. I'm not impressed with Toledo after they lost to fucking Western, favored by 13 and a half.
Yeah.
Couldn't even score fucking 13 and a half points.
Yeah. It's rough. Rough there. Does Jeremy have a pick on this?
He has Toledo.
All right. We have BGSU going to Ohio. They are a 10.5 point underdog. Who does Jeremy have here?
Didn't pick that game.
Okay, that's fair. How about you, sir?
Oh, dude, Ohio is tough. They are tough at home, tough. BG kept with Liberty at home, but they still look like dog shit. So this is a tough one, but I'm gonna go with Ohio here by 14.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I like BG. I like the track they're on, but yeah, Ohio is the best team in the MAC. They get them at home. I think that they're gonna put a whooping up on BG this week. But if BG keeps it close, I wouldn't be shocked. It's just the way they've been playing. They've covered every single week so far, every week. And you know what they say? Good teams win, great teams cover. To fill in, since Michigan and Michigan State are on bye,
Ohio for
Ohio for
Jeremy.
Jeremy. To fill in, we have number 22 Notre Dame, a 4.5 point favorite at Arkansas. Not quite a fan of this because Arkansas can put up points. Notre Dame's defense is bad. This is a scary trap line, I feel. I'm going with Notre Dame, but I don't like it. So, Fighting Irish for me, reluctantly.
Yeah, same reluctancy, but Notre Dame and Notre Dame for Jeremy. He picked that one.
Okay. And then the last one I added in again, just as a rando, find a good game this week. Another one, which I think this will be number 21 USC coming to play. Number 23 Illinois. USC is a 6.5 point favorite. I think we saw what Illinois truly was. We thought they were better than that. Just a brutal loss to Indiana. USC's
Was
looked really good. So I'm going to take USC in the points going to Illinois and kind of end their season right now.
uh USC, yeah, USC's gonna dude. Illinois look like shit. Now watch them come back and fucking win. But I'm gonna go USC and Illinois for Jeremy.
All right. Jeremy has faith in that Fighting Illini still. All right. Solid there from us this week and should be some good football. On to the NFL. I don't know if you have parents picks from last week or not, but those aren't in either. So,
Clown. I'll get him from him. It's probably on his pick stuff.
um, nice strikeout there, Gaddis. Yeah, I'll roll through. The Bills beat the Dolphins on Monday night in a close game. The surprising game of the week, Browns beat the Packers. Block field goal, go down. Cleveland makes 55-yarder, wins it 13-10. We all lost that. Colts beat the Titans. Danny Dimes still looking good. Jonathan Taylor, fucking awesome, 3 touchdowns. Vikings beat the Bengals. Thank God I took the home team, and they didn't beat the Bengals. They beat the piss out of the Bengals. I think it was 48-10. Brutal stuff from the Bengals there. Just Vikings absolutely smoked them. Steelers beat the Patriots. We all had them. Eagles beat the Rams. Blocked 2 kicks to come back and end up winning that game. Bucks beat the Jets. Speaking of block kicks, Jets block a kick, run it back, go up. Bucks go down. Baker leads the third straight. How can he keep that going? The third straight come from behind win, last minute drive to win a game for Baker and the Bucks. The Commanders beat the Raiders. The Panthers embarrassed the Falcons 30-0. We all had the Falcons just destroyed, embarrassing. Jags beat the Texans. Chargers beat the Broncos on a last second field goal. Seahawks killed the Saints. Bears embarrassed the Cowboys. CD Lamb's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks. Tyler Booker's going to be out a few weeks. Just bad. Cowboys might not win a game the rest of the year. 49ers beat the Cardinals on the last second field goal. Chiefs crushed the Giants on Sunday night. They looking like Brian Dable is going to be the first coach to get fired. And the Lions upset the Ravens on Monday night in a good game. Derrick Henry fumbles again to
Wild.
lose the game. This is 2 out of 3 weeks for him. Does he have a fumbling problem, as the kids would say? So 12-4 for myself, 11-5 for Gray, 9-7 for Jeremy until we get Parrots picks, updated standings. Myself at 36-12, Gray at 39-9, Jeremy 32-16. Going to this week, unless you're still looking at Parrots for last week.
No, I have no idea what they are.
Okay, well, fuck them.
That's right. That's what I say. Fuck them.
Yeah, if he can't put it in, he can't put it in. So this week, Thursday Night Football, we have another AFC West showdown, Seahawks at Cardinals. And I'm going with the home team here. Cardinals seems like they start out hot. They did just lose James Conner for the year. Broken ankle, has to have surgery, so he's done for the season. Trey Benson, not a bad backup, good guy to have in there. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. They did just barely lose to the 49ers. Easily could have won that game. I don't think that's going to happen to the Seahawks. The Seahawks, yep, they look good too, but they beat bad teams. So let's see if they can beat a good team on Thursday Night Football. So cards for me.
Uh, oh God, Cardinals.
Cardinals for Gray. And Mr. Jeremy.
Cardinals.
Cardinals for Jeremy. All right, Cardinals for the pod. We finally have some European football. Ireland, Sunday morning, Vikings and Steelers. Who does Mr. Jeremy have?
Steelers.
Steelers for Jeremy. And you, sir?
Steelers.
Steelers for you.
Even though I hope the Vikings get another 30 points on defense.
Um, well, with Rodgers, anything's possible. This will be an interesting game. I mean, Wentz played well, very, very good against the Bengals, but there were times that the Bengals could have got home and just didn't. So I'm going to agree with you guys and think the Steelers pick up the win here. Plus, the Vikings play 2 weeks in a row in Europe. So they'll be playing in England. So they get Ireland and England 2 weeks in a row here. They're overseas. So I think they'll have a little bit better chance to win next week, just not this week. Going to Sunday afternoon games, we have the Commies and the Falcons. And I'm going with the Commies here. Falcons just look so bad. I know they're playing back at home, but Jaden Daniels should be back this week. Commies look good with Mariota. I think they roll that over and beat up on the Falcons in Atlanta.
Yeah, same. I agree with you, sir.
And Mr. Jeremy.
Commies.
All right, Commies for Jeremy. I think this will be a go across Saints at Bills.
Not the Saints.
Yeah, I think Bills for the podcast is a safe bet there. Browns at Lions. I know the Browns had a nice upset win over Green Bay last week. I don't think that's going to happen in Detroit. Give me the Lions.
Uh, yeah, Lions.
And Jeremy?
Lions.
Wow, I'm surprised you didn't take his Browns. Panthers at Patriots in an interesting game. What does Jeremy have for that one?
The Patriots.
Patriots for Jeremy. And you, sir?
I'll go Pats because they're at home.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I who knows what we think of the Falcons. The Panthers did look bad the first 2 weeks, but look good. Granted, they did have an off or a defensive touchdown and a couple, I think a block field goal, or Falcons missed 2 field goals. A lot of mistakes. Patriots should have beat the Steelers at home. I think they'll beat the Panthers at home. Chargers at Giants. Even though the Giants got to come out East here, I think that the Chargers they're gonna get them and might be Brian Daboll's last game. Though Jackson Dart is starting this week. Russell Wilson has been benched. You, sir. And Jeremy.
He has the Chargers.
Chargers as well. Should be a good game this week. Eagles at Bucks. I'm sure Jeremy took the Eagles because he hates the Bucks and Baker. He just hates Baker.
Yeah, he took the Eagles.
No surprise there. How about you, sir?
Taking the Eagles until they lose.
Yep, I think I'm with you. I think Baker's magic runs out this week, but the Eagles defense has gotten shredded a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. We have the Titans at the Texans. Um, I think
Oh,
I think this is going to be Houston's first win, but they've not looked good. 0-3 versus 0-3.
yeah, I'm going Houston too, not confidently, but Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And Mr. Jeremy.
He took the Texans.
Texans as well. Sneaky good game this week. Colts at Rams.
Rams for Jeremy. I'm riding the fucking Colt train. Not coming off of it, at least
Uh,
this week. I think the Rams are probably going to win, but taking the Colts.
I like it. Sticking with it. I'm
Oh, and
taking.
I'm taking them in the other league too because I don't give a shit.
There you go. I'm taking the Rams this week. Should have beat the Eagles. They should be 3-0. They blew it. They ain't gonna blow it to the Colts, but I think it should be a good game here. We're gonna see what the Colts are made of. They get a good team. Let's see what they got. So Colts. I'm sorry, Rams for me. Rams for the podcast. Colts for Gray. Jags at 49ers. 49ers. I'm sticking with the Jags, man. They're just finding ways to win. I know that they lost a couple weeks ago in embarrassing fashion, but they beat the Texans, not convincingly. The 49ers don't look that great either. Um, I don't know if Purdy's coming back this week or not. Mac Jones looked like absolute ass, but they pulled out a win over the Cardinals. I think mostly because James Conner got hurt. They needed that. ETN has been running the ball like an absolute stud. So, the 49ers, they can't stop the run. They're going to be in some trouble. So I'm going to go with the Jags in an upset.
I have, well, Jeremy has the Niners. Um, you know what? Fuck it. You talked me into the Jags. I'll switch my pick.
So we're both jagging off this week.
Yes, sir.
All right, I like it. In a game, in a matchup of what we all predicted in the beginning of the year, 1 and 2 teams, the Ravens at the Chiefs. Well, I mean, I predicted the Chiefs to be 1 and 2, but who's counting? Just not the Ravens, my Super Bowl team. Who does Mr. Jeremy have?
The Chiefs,
Chefs for Jeremy.
not
You,
the Chiefs.
yeah, I think the Ravens are going to be pretty pissed off. I don't believe what the Chiefs did. They beat a bad Giants team and they didn't look good doing it. I still just don't think they're that good. The Ravens are going to be pissed off. Got to travel on a short week. I don't know, man. I think Ravens are going to beat them up here. In a game no one's going to watch, Bears at Raiders. Ugh, I goodness. I'm gonna go Bears here. I know that it's just Dallas. It's not that impressive. But they should have beat the Vikings the first week. Yes, they got blown out by the Lions. The Raiders have been consistent defensively, but just not great on offense. And the Bears pressured Dak a lot. They pressured Goff a lot, and they pressured JJ a lot. JJ just started getting away. Geno, he ain't running. So if they get that pressure, I think they're going to easily beat the Raiders. So Bears for me.
You know, Geno's he threw quite a bit last week. Genty didn't do shit again, and I was going. Again. I think you might have talked me into another one. I was gonna. No, I'm gonna stick with the Raiders. I think I'm gonna still stick with them. The
I knew it.
Bears, you know, they get pressure. They do what they do, but it was Dallas. That's not really a real team. So, um, but we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I was impressed with the Lions D last night. 7 sacks and fucking
Yeah.
Baltimore had zero.
Yeah. They
Trust me, I felt it on Zay Flowers. And somebody tried to trade me T. Higgins, no, for Quinshawn. I'm like, nah. Quinshawn's the guy now. Like,
you see the writing on the wall for Judkins. Yeah. He had a
I
great
see
game.
the writing on the wall, even though he's going to still ride the pine because
I
it's
don't know. I don't know. They'll probably give him limited snaps again, but if he does what
no,
he did,
he's riding my pine
oh
for at
yeah,
least
yeah,
one more
sorry,
week.
the Browns. Yeah,
He's riding my pine for at least one more week because, I mean, when I got Saquon and Gibbs, they're starters the whole year, regardless,
yeah.
and it's going to be Chuba or him, Quinshon. Like that's what it's going to be. So we're going to see what Chuba does this week, and if Quinshon does what he's been looking like pretty good, it's against the Lions, though. That's scary. So I'm going to still stick with excuse me, old Chuba
Where
this
did
week
you
because
where did you draft Judkins?
late, super
Yeah.
late.
Okay.
Yeah, you already know what I'm thinking.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna buy another first round pick.
No, I was just thinking in my head, you got Chuba, I got Dowdle. I was seeing where I could fit a pick in to get Dowdle for Judkins and a future pick next year. I'm gonna think about it.
Oh, we're talking we're talking
I
trades
just
here.
I just thinking about it. You get a piece if Chuba gets hurt, you got a guy who's going to be the starter. And I get
But I already
Judkins.
got Judkins.
Yeah, fuck Judkins. You don't need him.
You don't either.
Bullshit. I might need him. I might need him
Yeah,
to.
I saw that
I
for
might need
Teague.
him for my. Might need him for my keeper next year.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, I can't keep Saquon. Could I keep Gibbs? I could with the first rounder. Probably won't. But
He does.
Judkins,
He does nothing for me either. I mean, he's not starting over Taylor, Jacobs, or Kamara. Just he can't.
yeah.
Really, it's just a piece to give me just in case sort of deal. And with Dowdle sitting there, who's just going to ride my pine all year until Chuba has his high ankle sprain in 2 weeks. And then we'll come back to this. And I'll be like, Remember when I said
And
this?
I'm like, hey,
Judkins
Judkins is
beat
in,
his
and he's running all
yeah,
over everybody.
he beat his girlfriend again, and now he's arrested. So,
I'm like, well, son of a bitch, you're right.
Raiders for the pod. Sunday night football. Packers at Cowboys. I already put the Packers across the board. Fuck the Cowboys. Micah's gonna have 6 sacks probably. It's gonna be a shit show. They're
He's
gonna
gonna
have.
get booed out of the fucking building.
He shouldn't. Jerry Jones should get booed out of the building. Micah shouldn't get booed. He did nothing wrong. His agent's an asshole, but he did nothing wrong. But he's gonna put it on him. I saw today they asked, "How's it gonna be like sacking Dak?" He said it's really gonna hurt me. So I mean, he still has love for him. He knows that they didn't pull him out. It's fucking Jerry, and he said he still respects Jerry. He said it's a business. Micah understands. He understands it's a business, right? It's not personal to him, which is fine. It's personal to the fans, whatever, but it ain't personal to him. Um, 2 Monday night games this week. Again, you could easily go to bed early and not miss a goddamn thing, folks. Not miss a thing. We have Jets at Dolphins. Jeremy took Dolphins for their first win. One of these teams is, well, I shouldn't say one of these teams is going to get their first win because they'll tie. One of these teams is most likely going to get their first win. Who do you have, sir, in this old-fashioned suck-off?
He has the Fins. I am going the Jets.
Yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I'm taking the Jets, but if Fields is out again, I'm switching to
Oh,
the
I'm
Fin.
switching. Same.
Yeah,
You'll just have to let me know because I have to switch him the other thing too.
I'm I'm just, yeah, that's my thought process is if he is. He hasn't quote unquote cleared concussion protocol yet, but I think they check all that on Wednesday. So we should know tomorrow if he's cleared and playing, which I think he will be. So I'm going to go with the Jets to beat the Dolphins and maybe Mike McDaniel to get fired before Brian Dable. Who knows? And then the second Monday night game, we have Bengals at Broncos, which would have been a beautiful Monday night game if Burrow was healthy. Would have been fucking awesome. Unfortunately, it's not. Jake Browning looked like ass. And the Broncos defense, oh, by the way, is a little bit better than Minnesota. They're going to absolutely destroy them. So Broncos for me at home on Monday Night Football.
Goes.
Yeah, figured that's where you were going as well. Broncos for Lowe's podcast. Updated standings for the podcast. We're still in first, 39-9. Montes T. Baggins in second, 38-10. Ari Smith 2000, 37-11. Barrington Cub, 37-11. Wilson, 37-11. The Cardiac Cats, 36-12. Some ESPN rando, 32-15. The Common Casual, 29-17. Charlie Batch Fan Club, 27-21. And Uno Jefe rounds up the top 10 at 23-8. Podcast still dominating. We sorry for the mute there. For us, podcast just rolling right through. We love it. We love having the lead. Gray's over here with his basketball hoop trash can. You can't see, but I could. That's all that matters.
Yep. Goddamn right. Goddamn right, pal.
Yeah, I was sitting there and talking about our lovely, lovely podcast standings. We got to keep it rolling, but
We're
should
still
be able.
winning.
Yeah, we're still winning. Should be able to keep that swag if we can keep it going. I'm just throwing in all of our picks right now. Titans, Chargers, Eagles, Texans, Rams, Jags, Ravens, Raiders, tied for the division lead, baby. Packers and Jets, potentially, and the Broncos. There we go. Well, Cleveland has won. They are tied for the division lead, and we have the tiebreaker. So right now, technically, they're division leaders.
Love it.
Just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
All right. What do we got next?
We can quickly roll through UFC. see if you
Well,
have
we got
that.
wrestling too. We got
Yeah, that
wrestling.
too. I was gonna say we can do quick on UFC and then we can finish off with wrestling unless there's something else in between there because we had a couple pay-per-views. We can talk about WrestlePalooza and All Out, which I didn't watch. I did watch WrestlePalooza though, so I can talk more about that. All Out, we'll just go over what happened there, at least from what we saw. So we'll rip UFC really fast and then we'll go ahead and
Well, as I'm pulling that up, how do you feel about the White House being a thing now? It's happening.
I love it. I think that's awesome. I mean, what better way to celebrate, you know, the 250th anniversary of the Army, America's birthday, everything, right? I mean, that's going to be so cool to have a UFC event on the White House lawn outside, probably with like, unfortunately, this is the thing that stinks. Unfortunately, there's probably not going to be fans, right? It's going to be a bunch of celebrities, folks with obviously friends with Trump and Dana White. You just can't have fans. It's just not going to happen. But it's going to be an absolute fucking spectacle, dude. And that's the best. It's just like WWE, right? That first WrestleMania they did in a stadium outside, it was like, holy shit. The first WrestleMania they did in a stadium, right? WrestleMania 3. Everyone's like, holy shit, this is amazing. It's something different, something we won't ever see again. Everyone should enjoy it. 4th of July is on a Saturday. I mean, it's awesome. 250th birthday of America, the Army. It's going to be so cool. I think it's going to be an awesome spectacle. Hopefully the weather holds out for it. DC that's the only thing that stinks, right? DC July 4th is probably going to be hot. Hopefully it's not too bad. Still want want it to be good. So, however, I'm sure they'll have it enclosed somehow, some way. But yeah, without the fans could be tough, but it's going to be something. It's going to get a lot of eyes, and it's going to be on Paramount, right? CBS. So it's not going to be pay-per-view. Everyone, who has a Paramount Plus subscription or just has CBS is going to be watching this. It'll be probably one of the most you watched UFC fight. It probably will be the most watched UFC fight ever in history. No doubt.
Yeah,
No
we
doubt in my
saw
mind.
what we're gonna get McGregor and Chandler is what it sounds
Alleged,
like.
allegedly,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Like I said, we'll see how much I believe on that. I'm sure McGregor will get himself ready for it because he knows it's going to be a big payday. But we'll see if he can pass his drug tests.
Nah, he doesn't need to pass those.
I
They don't let him in.
think also that's why John Jones retired, so he can get one more run here, work himself into it, have one last fight. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring back some rando old star who might have one more fight.
Or Rock
With
Lesnar.
TKO, man, I mean, I could see it. You know, does Chuck Liddell try one? I mean, he's fat, so he's probably out. Couture, do we get a blast from the past in there as a 50-year-old trying to fight? I don't know if we
Stipe.
want. Maybe that would be the opponent for John Jones. I don't know. But dude, I'll tell you what, it's going to be something. It's going to be a spectacle, and whether you like UFC or not, whether you like Donald Trump, whether you like Dana White, doesn't matter. Most likely you're tuning in. It's the 4th of July. What better thing is there to do than grill out, have a couple brews, be with your family, and then watch some UFC at night with fireworks? Like it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. So yeah, exciting stuff there for the UFC and CBS. Great call by CBS, by the way. Big time buy for them. They even if it's just for that, they're gonna get a bunch of Paramount Plus subscriptions at least for a month. That
All right.
is for sure. So we have a fight night this week in Perth, Australia. Funny
Yeah,
because
WWE goes there.
isn't it? Have you noticed that UFC and WWE are like 2 weeks apart? Is that kind of strange? Hmm. It's
Makes
almost like
sense.
almost
TKO's
like
all
they
about that. All about that money.
Well, and they're smart, right? You have this arena, you keep all your people there, so then you just run another show in 2 weeks after, right? You don't have to pay people to do double travel. It's smart. TKO is making a boatload and saving money there. Um, so I don't even remember which side
I'm
we're
on
on.
the left.
You're on the left this week. There we go.
All right. So in a straw weight out, no odds, the number 14th ranked women's straw weight from Thailand, Loma look on me.
And from Brazil, Alexia Tenaria.
In a heavyweight bout, no odds on this one either. Two silhouettes on the left side from Australia, Brando Perisic.
And from the United States, Alicia Ellison. Allegedly, that's a man, or allegedly, who knows?
And in a women's bantamweight bout, again, no odds. She's the silhouette because she was part of that Romeo and Juliet, Montague and Capulet fight from New Zealand, Michelle Montague.
Very, very nice. Very nice there. Pulling out the 11th grade or the 11th grade Shakespeare. Good for you.
Hell yeah, I got an education.
Education. I know about them Montagues and the Capulets. I know all about them.
Where's your slave quarters?
From Brazil, the number 15th ranked women's bantamweight, Luana, North or South Carolina, not sure which.
In a bantamweight bout, no odds. I don't think anything has odds, does it?
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it anymore. Nothing has odds. All right. So in a bantamweight bout from, you guessed it, Australia, Colby Thick Knees.
He's got some thick knees. And from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Josias Musasa. Mufasa, Mufasa, Musasa.
In a lightweight bout from Australia, Jamie the Bull Malarkey.
And from Peru, Rolando Bedioya.
In a welterweight bout from Australia, again, Jonathan Micallef.
And from Wales, Oban, I'm not Chase Elliott. Could be Bill, though.
Well, Zeke.
Foxy.
All right. Middleweight bout from Australia, Cameron Roston.
And from the United States, Andre Petrosky.
In a light heavyweight bout from New Zealand, Navajo. I am not an Indian, but from New Zealand, Sterling.
And from Brazil, Rodolfo Balato.
Onto the main card in a lightweight bout from Australia, Tom Nolan Ryan.
And from the United States, Charlie Campbell. Soup.
In a heavyweight bout from New Zealand, Justin Pafa Sakoa.
And from Scotland, old Louis Sutherland.
Is that Kiefer's brother?
Could be.
Maybe his kid. In a welterweight bout from Australia, Jake, I am not a bird, Matthews.
And from the United States, Neil Magny.
In a featherweight bout from Australia, Jack Jenkins.
And from the United States, Razor Ramon Tavares.
Nice. In a light heavyweight bout from Australia, Jimmy the Brute.
And from Croatia, Ivan Ursulin.
In your main event of the evening, in a light heavyweight bout from New Zealand, Oldberg, Oldberg, Carlos Oldberg, third rank light heavyweight.
And from the United States, the seventh ranked heavyweight, Dominic Reyes. Not that
All
excited
right.
about the card.
Nah, this card's whack.
Not great. All
On to
right.
all out.
All Out 2025. We had Willow.
Jeremy crushed this, but then he sucked at WrestlePalooza, thankfully.
Yeah. We had old Willow Nightingale's team win against the Triangle team in an 8-woman tornado tailgate brawl. Parrot and Jeremy got that. Coat Cage beat FTR, and then FTR beat the shit out of him. Beth came back. I saw that. Beth Phoenix. I shouldn't say
Beth
came
Copeland.
back. Beth Copeland. She is in. I don't know if she's in AEW, but she tried to save Edge and got destroyed. So obviously they'll keep that going.
Well, I do give Cope Adam Copeland credit. He obviously knows that Cena paid homage to him doing the whole spear
Yeah.
thing, and he did the dropped it, and they all, you can't see me, and
Hmm.
fucking came back to the rope, five knuckle shuffle, and then gave him the attitude adjustment. It's like nice. That's
Yep.
how wrestling should be.
Yeah. I loved it. And I think that's what stinks is that obviously one of Cena's last matches should be Edge.
Dude, how awesome. We know they won't open that forbidden door. That one's shut and locked with a deadbolt, four of them. And that would be fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Get Cope. Oh, God. Their feud was, people don't know because they're not our age, but like you young cats that might listen to the show, all three of you, that was the ruthless aggression era, like leading rated R superstar John Cena. That rivalry was insane.
Yeah. Absolute money was so cool. Great rivalry. Great rivalry. So yeah.
But we probably are going to get John Cena and AJ Styles. It sounds like that's happening at wherever the fuck they're going next.
Australia,
Is that where they're going? Perth?
Perth. Hmm.
Oh, all right. Then yeah, sure.
Um, Hurt Syndicate loses to Ricochet and the GOA. Jeremy's the only one that got that.
Stupid.
Uh, and the biggest shock, Mercedes Moné won again. Can't believe it.
No way.
It's so shocking. John Moxley wins the coffin match against Darby Allin. Um, Briscoe beat MJF in a tables and thumbtacks match. I saw some of that. Very interesting. Parrott was the only one that got that right. Crazy. Tony Storm finally lost. I don't even know who beat her, but she lost to somebody.
Who?
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm. Oh, she lost to. Hold on.
Tekla?
Fuck. I don't know. Statlander, maybe.
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't put these in, so I didn't even check your work.
I
If you
put him in. Sorry. I know they're right, but I don't remember who won that fucking match. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. Chris Statlander. Yes.
Statlander gets the belt. Okay, interesting. We all had Tony, so that was a surprise there. Hangman Page beats Kyle Fletcher. Okada keeps his belt, and Eddie Kingston beat Big Bill. So 5 for myself, 4 for Parrot, 5 for Gray, and 8 for Jeremy. Updated standings after All Out. Gray at 66, Jeremy at 62, myself at 60, Parrot at 43, Peapod at 41. Over to Wrestling Palooza. Stephanie Vaquer beat Io Sky. You were the only one that
Told you,
called that.
boys.
Yep. Smart. Good for you. The crowd loved it. I see why now. It makes sense.
I
Uh,
mean, and I knew that was probably going to happen when I saw her. Yeah, going, talking. I'm like, yeah, everybody wants to see that. When they both did that, when they had that tag team match on
mhm.
NXT, and they both did the Devil's Kiss, Booker was just watching them, the masses up and down. Just I'm like, God damn, Book.
Yeah, he wanted to see that, and I see why. I see why. She down with the thickness. The Vision beat the Usos. CM Lee or AJ Punk. They ended up beating Seth and Becky. Cody beat Drew and
So there
Brock.
was talk. Hold on. There was
Mhm.
talk about this that Randy might come in and cost
I saw
Cody the
that.
title. Yeah, I was reading that. I was like, that's pretty dope. That would have been
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, I think people were a little disappointed that didn't happen. Um, and let Cody, chase Drew with Orton kind of in and around. But if you do that, what that if Randy comes in and does that, that kind of puts Randy and Cody together and him not chasing a belt. So it's kind of hard to make a story around that. And honestly, this was the first night or the first fight of the night. Brock Lesnar destroyed Cena as we kind of
It
thought
was
would
the first
happen.
fight.
That was the first. Yeah, it was the first one.
What was the
Cody,
main?
Cody and McIntyre. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was very confused by it because I was, I turned it on. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why is Cena and Brock starting this off? And of course, Heyman comes out and all that, and then it was an absolute squash. Um, Not surprising,
No,
honestly. Brock's staying around, like we said. Cena isn't, so he wants to get his wins. Um, so four for me, two for Parrot, five for Gray, got a perfect sheet on Wrestling Palooza, and two for Jeremy. So updated standings after that, Gray at 71, myself and Jeremy tied at 64, Parrot at 45, Peapod still at 41 because he didn't make any picks. So Parrot is officially beating Peapod in picking. Hilarious.
Peapod hasn't picked in a while.
I love it. Love it.
So we can see that left right works.
Yeah. Left right
And
works for third
it
play or fourth place.
it looks like that by the way, that Hulu, I cannot get ESPN Unlimited yet. It's not part of the plan.
Mm.
So thankfully I have two ESPN accounts by accident, and I can just sign up for it on the other one.
Okay. I like it.
No results. I don't know where to sign up for this. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Gray's got some shit to do because he wants to be able to watch sports and PLEs and go back and watch all that shit happen. Um, should be good. Look forward to it. We do have confirmation that we have three matches so far on the Perth card. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, the two champs, Stephanie Vaquer against TBD, whoever the
Okay.
SmackDown Women's Champion is. And John Cena and AJ Styles. That's happening. Everybody wanted that. And like Cena, because he said on X, he's like, the fans choose who I fight. And he's like, well, listen, hey, Triple H, you listen too. It's basically what AJ said is, y'all need to listen. People want this fight. And yeah, we all do. Like AJ, John Cena would be good because, he's not going to be there much longer either.
No. No, I don't think so.
He said he doesn't want to wrestle into his 50s because he's also the same age as John.
Yep. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably next year for AJ, unfortunately.
Yeah, because so what happened was in their exchange on X, Cena said on Twitter on Monday night, Cena versus Styles, thoughts? Question mark is what Cena put. And then he did a temperature check about the possibility. He said, I do not choose my opponents, but I, even through tough times, always listen to the fans. John Cena wrote, at AJ Styles org, are you listening? Better yet, at Triple H, are you listening? And then AJ since has responded, writing what he heard the fans' response to the match. I hear them loud and clear. Let's do it. I'm ready. And Cena just lost to Brock Lesnar at Palooza. There are only 5 dates left on the retirement tour. Um, AJ Styles be his opponent for one of them. Yeah, he's going to be Perth. So he's going to have Perth, Raw in Boston, Raw in New York, Survivor Series in San Diego. I think that's going to be a whole big thing.
Hmm.
Like you're going to have probably Braun Breaker and uh other big motherfucker. Can't think of his name right now.
From the Vision,
The Shula Fala. Yeah, him because he steals Roman shoes.
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed,
Took a second, but we
Seth
got there.
Rollins, and Brock, and maybe one more like a fucking, I don't know who else could be there. Drew, probably. Drew would make sense
Yeah.
against, Cody and Cena and Punk and maybe AJ Styles and Roman,
Yeah.
but none of that makes sense. So it'd probably be like the Uso. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? We'll see. But it's Survivor Series, and then his last date is his retirement match, which is in DC.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be said the DC one will be interesting, right? It's still a lot of speculation behind who that's going to be. A lot of
Yeah,
people, the rumor is it's someone who's not even in WWE right now, which kind of points to Chris
Kurt
Jericho.
Angel, Chris Jericho,
I,
Kurt Angle,
I would love if it was Angle.
Dwayne.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just gonna stay a surprise. I wouldn't be shocked if it does. It should, right? I mean, that's the way you're gonna get people to tune in to that Sunday night's main event.
Watch it fucking be Edge, dude. Like,
It would
you
be
know,
unbelievable.
it would be unreal. Like if Tony Khan, if that's what they wanted, and Tony Khan would do something like that,
Hmm.
and but Triple H has to do it too.
Exactly.
Instead of calling him a pissant company.
Yeah. Which, I think a lot of that shit is I think it's a I think it's a work, brother. I don't think it's a shoot, brother.
It's not a shoot, it's a work.
Yeah.
Um, so they said there have been no official announcement. There are rumors and speculation about several candidates. Gunther, Braun Breaker. No, can't be that. God, I would hope not.
Yeah, I can't believe it'd be someone like that, but maybe. I do hope it's Kurt, honestly, give himself a better go away match than Baron, but
Yeah, AJ Styles, Cena recently teased a possible final encounter with AJ on social media, and so obviously they're doing it. Yeah, John Cena breaks WWE protocol and makes demand to Triple H. Well, I don't know if he made a
yeah.
demand, but he just put it there, put it on there to make it happen. Um, Seth, Roman, Obafemi, Dom. Dom would be good. See, Dom might be all right. Like you face Dom for the IC title and win the IC title, the one he hasn't won, and go out that way.
Mhm.
I'd be fine with that too.
I don't know. Dom is eh. I mean, yeah, he's got a lot of heat and all that. I just don't know for Cena's last match. Dominic Mysterio, I don't know. I don't like it. I just think he needs to be more big name, high profile. And it would be really cool, which I don't think can happen because I don't think he's cleared. But what if it was fucking Hunter? I mean, no, he's sitting there in the back, and the last time they show him, he's got the headset on and he's in his fucking suit, and then his music plays and he just rips it off and goes. I don't think he can. I truly think that he is like done, like can't do shit because of
Yeah, with that heart
stuff.
issue.
But
Yeah.
how many times have you heard people are done and it stays close to the vest? So, but what
Well,
if,
it
I
stays
mean,
close to the vest and it's fucking like Austin, but he wouldn't because he came back in Dallas and he was emotional about that. I watched the whole biography about that yesterday, him coming back
okay.
and like he crushed it. Like you remember we were all watching it, texting back and forth WrestleMania
Yeah.
38 when Stone Cold came back and we're like, it's actually fucking happening. Like, and we knew it too. We were texting. He's like, he's got the braces on. It's happening. Like he's
Hmm.
got the fucking knee braces on. We
Yeah.
know
And
it's happening.
yeah, I mean, he looked good. And
He looked
for,
great.
yeah, I just, for the Kevin Owens thing, right? It makes sense because he was talking all the shit and doing that.
And he
Cena
was
just,
doing the stunner. Yeah, he was doing the
yeah,
stunner. It was a good build-up. And you knew that like Kevin Owens is very safe in the ring
exactly.
and he respects the business. He plays a perfect heel. He's a good face too. But you knew he was going to protect Steve, and Steve respected him, and obviously he respected Steve because they showed all the pictures of him growing up with Stone Cold shit. Like he was a
Yeah.
big Stone Cold guy. So for him, like that was a dream for Kevin. He's like, fuck, I'll job to him. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's Stone Cold. Like it's not even a job. It's Stone Cold, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, just the Cena stuff for that doesn't make sense. It's just putting a
Well,
name against a name just doesn't. I think that
I I still think Dwayne is going to be the final boss, quote unquote. It's payback for the turning heel. I mean, it makes the most logical sense.
yeah, it's the longest running story, right? It's kind of what we get. So I wouldn't be surprised as well
And I'd be fine with that.
if it was.
Yeah, I'd be totally fine with it because they main evented what, 28 and 27 and 28
But yeah, I think so.
or 28, 29. I know they made, but it's hard to believe that shit was fucking 14 years ago.
I know
Like,
already.
dude, because it feels like I remember that shit when Rock came in and, kind of interfered and messed around and Miz got the W. No one remembers. And,
True.
that's another guy that's good to the business and just not a top dog anymore.
Yeah, he'll just still be there forever though. I mean, he'll be in the back. He's too good talking and all that to go to be away. Miz will always have a job with double E.
Yeah, I mean that's a beautiful thing, and that's part of the reason why I want to I want to be in DC to, we might not know who it is until that day. But
Right.
then Kelly made a valid point that why do you want to go all the way there? I'm like, that's a big damn deal. It's like you're willing to travel that far to just watch John Cena wrestle. I'm like, kinda.
Like, yeah, why not?
I maybe. I mean, that's John Cena,
You know
and I
what I
can
do
just
every time? I would just be like, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me?
yeah. Why can't you let me enjoy my soap opera and just enjoy it? And I was like, and to me, that's not even John Cena. That's Peacemaker. Like now he's Peacemaker to me, which I know you haven't watched it, but I got Justin to last week watch the entire first season, and he's into the season 2. I think he's on episode 2 now. There's
Hmm.
only 5 episodes so far this season. He loves it, thinks it's fantastic. And then this past week, Tulsa King started, season 3 started,
Okay.
and I love me some Sly Stallone, and they've just added more people. Samuel L. Jackson will be in this season. Robert Patrick. I was watching the opening credits, and I saw Robert Patrick's name. I'm like, oh shit, they got him here too. I'm like, all right. So I'm just like, I cross my legs. I'm watching, and then as I'm watching the episode play out, I'm like, I know exactly who he's gonna play, and he did. And oh, he's a bad motherfucker. Like
Nice.
that's why I love Robert Patrick. And Robert Patrick is a bad guy in this. Frank Grillo, if you know who Frank Grillo is, he's um he's he's Rick Flag Sr. in Peacemaker. He's awesome. He's the villain, quote unquote, in this season
Mhm.
because he's got wanting to get revenge on Peacemaker Cena's character because Cena killed Rick Flag Jr. So it's interesting because Grillo and Robert Patrick plays Cena's dad in Peacemaker, and he's
Okay.
fucking right wing racist fuck. Like he's bad. Like it's bad and he's terrible to John. And but John just plays that so well. And then, you've got Frank Grillo is in this show. Now Robert Patrick is too. So they're both in Peacemaker, they're both in Tulsa King, which are my two shows that I watch religiously
Hmm.
right now. And when they come out, and they come out at the same time usually. So it's perfect for me because Thursdays is Peacemaker, Sundays is Tulsa King. And I love Sly, man. He's a beautiful mobster. So I that's another show for you if you like Sly.
Yeah.
Tulsa King, or he's in prison for 25 years for not ratting, gets out and they kind of exile him to Tulsa and he makes a living.
Okay.
Can leave it at that. But yeah, it's good shit, pal.
Great shit.
So
Oh,
I think that's all we got.
yeah.
So thank you to Wes Anderson, Crown Squad Landscaping, All Work Clothing, Connell Barrett, DannyTransformation.com, Sparty Steve, Reiki Merch, and Paper Denim Art. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Enjoy Perth, Australia, UFC that none of you will watch.